biggest cue, though, that we're looking at is who's going to get the keys to the Oval Office as the counting of ballots is underway. In the US, early in-person and mail-in votes are expected to be tallied first in most states. Republican candidate Donald Trump won 10 states, including Florida, Indiana, Kentucky, and more, while Democrat Kamala Harris as well won Vermont, New Jersey, as well as 4 other seats as the early projections started trickling in as well. Now, remember, that data is currently going through an update because we do have, Kamala Harris just trailing and Trump leading at this point. Remember, over 82 million people in the country took advantage of the early voting to cast their ballots. Let's also go across to my colleague Malvika Jain, who's standing by with a mood check of the counting day. Malvika, over to you.
Well, I should mention that, what tends to happen is that states that typically vote for the Republican Party, there the voting ends sooner because the United States is divided into 9 time zones and voting started at 7 a.m. Eastern time. And if we were to look at it based on the Eastern time, until 12 a.m. voting will continue, and Hawaii and Alaska will be the last states where voting is going to happen. So all that we are hearing right now are early results, early voting results from the red states where counting has already started. Here in the state of Maryland, the voting just concluded minutes ago, and in the adjacent room now, counting has started. So this is a typically blue state, and we do not yet know what the result will look like. What we are hearing from our colleagues at CBS News is also polling data, predictions that are coming in. But as we have seen in elections back home in India, polls are just representative. What will happen ultimately is anybody's guess, especially since this has been such a close race, and you've had both Democrats and Republican campaigning aggressively, the campaigns, the candidates, and also the volunteers, especially for the Democratic Party. They've been knocking door to door, and the Trump campaign has been focusing on flashy big events and the pack that's led by Elon Musk and such influencers.
All right, thanks very much, Malvika, for all that insights.